And welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. It's IA Baseball's coverage from Tall Anderson Field, home of the Omaha Mavericks. That's the backdrop for our quad battle here, and a three-game slate on the dock for you here for Omaha, Nebraska. Known for the College World Series, but we're here in high school baseball, Iowa high school baseball style, and we're glad that you could get the chance to join in here with us. Got a lot of fun on the slate here, as this is game one of our broadcast between the West Des Moines Valley Tigers and the Sioux City East Black Raiders. A lot of cool things coming on here and a lot of great games in store. Ultimately, two more games coming up after this here. Glenwood will be taking on Sioux City East following this game, and then the nightcap is Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln against Glenwood, and we'll have all those games right here for you. Each its own separate broadcast, but certainly a lot of fun as we go along the way. Hey, I want to thank you so very much for taking part and enjoying this with us here today. Again, we got multiple camera views, as always, brought to you by the great folks at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Man, do they do a good job, and it truly is a fun atmosphere. You will not want to miss out on that. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and take a look at what these two teams are looking like here as we start our first broadcast coverage here today. And that will include our team comparison as we look at both of these squads. Coming into today's game, they're all squared up at 2 wins apiece. And as you can see there's a breakdown of where those two teams sit in the 4A standings right now. The Tigers come off of a 23-9 season last year. Their 11th 20-plus win season since '07. And meanwhile, they have been going through a gauntlet of a schedule here this year. Right now, 15-10, but with big wins over Waukee, Waukee Northwest, and Johnston. And as you can see, their splits are there. Again, 229 total bases, 57 stolen bases, only 37 earned runs given up, and a batting average against of just 168 on the season. Meanwhile, they face off against the Sioux City East Black Raiders. And, man, honestly, one of the hottest teams in the state right now in 4A. The Black Raiders, they're sitting here right at 26-14, coming off of a 26-14 season. It was absolutely stellar. Let me make sure I get everything right here. And again, they come off a 26-win season. That marked their 15th 20-plus win season since '07. And they just have carried that and more into the 2025 campaign. 29-4. They're second in the Missouri River Conference. And they are just about first everywhere else. You can see it right there. They're first in home runs, first in RBIs, and they are first in run differential across all of 4A. They're also one of the better fielding teams. In fact, the best fielding team according to fielding percentage, 965, number one in the 4A scene. And they are also first in strikeouts, seventh, and fewest earned runs allowed. And again, that has been your team comparison brought to you by Casmium Sports. Check them out today at casmiumsports.com. And just a great way for you to get involved and see what they can do for you. And as we go further, let's take a look at what these teams are going to be looking like. We're going to first start off with the batting order here as we bring that up here for West Des Moines Valley. And the Tigers are going to look like this. First and foremost, Caden Miller starts things off. Logan Hicks is the DH in today's contest. Colton Romich is doing the duties in the number 3 hole. Jacob Korselman in the cleanup spot, followed by Trent Grevengood. And then Ryan Stedman is up next. And Jacob Foudry is in the 7 hole, followed by Aiden Plum in number 8 hole. And the second leadoff man is Cam Hill as he gets the number 9 spot here today. And, of course, we'll go ahead and give you what the defensive setup is here for these teams. Again, brought to you in part by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. Make sure to check them out today at Log Cabin Online. And so we'll move on over to what the defense is looking like as the Black Raiders kick things off. And their defensive outlook is like this. Quentin Ashcraft is doing the duty, throwing the ball to start the game on the mound. Logan Cherkas behind the dish. Jack Steeler at first. Bodie Calling is at second. Kel Jepson at the shortstop position. Meanwhile, Lincoln McCaffrey mans the hot corner. Dane Milton finds himself in left. Chris Ford, the All-State track star, in center. Kason Claiborne finds himself in right field.
At first base, number 17, Jack Steeler.
And as we go ahead and give you, again, more camera looks here, I once again appreciate you jumping on and having some fun with us. This truly is an amazing field. I mean, honestly, I'll be honest, guys. About 3 years ago, when I first came here, Google Maps didn't have this. It is that new. Google Maps didn't have it, and in the end, Google told me I was going to in the middle of a field. And so that's where, as you can tell, I was a little worried at the moment. But since then, I found my way back here, and this really is a great way to recap and kick off, or I guess say end, the month of June. This is a great way. We always do it at this point in time. And we have a lot of fun in the mix here. So let's continue to have a lot more fun here as we get rocking and rolling here. Quentin Ashcraft stepping on the mound. And again, stepping on up here. First and foremost, it's Caden Miller stepping things up. He gets the start, the left fielder in today's contest. As he takes a look at his first pitch, here we go, 1-0. And that right in where it came from, that was an atom ball that just went as a dart. Quentin Ashcraft, hey, you have a lot of agility and a lot of reflex there. Heck of a play, and that ended up capturing out number one here, and an early out number one at that. And now Logan Hicks stepping on up to the plate. He takes a look at ball one on the outside as we take a look at both of these squads. Again, both have gone through quite the gauntlet of the season. Hicks, the senior, he is one of the steadfast guys on this roster, batting .415 with 35 total bases. He has hit 22 hits, driven in 15 runs up to this point. So the 2-0 count here from Ashcraft, and he pulls the string just a little bit. We go 2-1. And again, on the mound here, we mentioned Quentin Ashcraft as he continues to go. We've seen him be, just like most of these guys, a very good, versatile piece, as that one sends up too high. And Ashcraft, the junior on the year, 19 innings under his belt so far. He has 18 strikeouts, and he has just 15 earned runs, 21 hits given up on the season. And the next pitch will be too far out of the zone, and that will be a walk. Effectively the sixth walk of the season here for Hicks as he finds his way onto the base pass, the first runner here for either team. And we remain with one down, and coming on up now is Colton Rummich.
Third baseman number 18, Colton Romick.
Rummich now looking to try and advance the runner here. Hicks standing on first. A good swing, but coming up empty. Here we go, strike one. Rummich on the season, .286, 27 total bases, has driven in 14 on the year. Meanwhile, Hicks, stolen base threat, 6 swiped bags here in 2025. And a quick 0-2 hole for the number 3 hole man for the Valley Tigers. Again, coming in here, 15 wins on the docket. And that struck right side, and that'll be into the outfield grass. That'll get station-to-station baseball running, as it's runners on first and second now here for the Tigers. Just one down, and that brings up the cleanup man, Jacob Korselman, to the plate.
Now batting for the Tigers, the shortstop number 16, Jacob Korselman.
So with Hicks on second and Rummich on first, we get rolling here. Finds the inside corner. Here we get strike one. Again, this Ashcraft, 19 strikeouts coming into this game, and could definitely use one right here as we kick things off. Again, the East Black Raiders here, and arguably their best season, their best start to the season, their best overall season in over 10 years. I'd like to say 15 years. And that one gets lifted high. And that one's going into the alley, but that will find its way into the glove out there and left. And nicely done. Nice catch out there by Milton, and he'll capture that one. Meanwhile, we do get runners advancing here to second and third. And the trade-off is you get 2 down, but in the end, you get within striking distance here.
Now batting for the Tigers, the center fielder number 3, Trent Grevengood.
Grevengood's now stepping on up to the plate with a prime opportunity here. If he should he connect here, he'll have a good shot at driving in a run, and that one gets hit high, and that one will be playable out there for Ford, and he'll catch that one for out number 3. So no harm, no foul. One hit does not equate to any runs, and now it's time for the Black Raiders to get their chance coming on up when we return. And this is IA Baseball from Tall Anderson Field here in Omaha, and we'll be back right after this here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenorswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that iBaseball sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back here as we get ready for the bottom of inning number 1. And before we do so, let's take a look at the batting order for the Sioux City East Black Raiders. And it will look like this. Cal Jepson's going to start things off, followed by Jack Steeler. Kason Claiborne in the number 3 hole. Logan Cherkas behind the dish. He is in the cleanup spot. Bodie Calling is in the 5th spot, followed by Lincoln McCaffrey. Brody Hanks will be the DH here for today's contest, followed by Chris Ford and Dane Milton, rounding out the Sioux City East batting order. And that one gets fouled on back. Here we move to 2-1 with the count. Cal Jepson on the season, having a heck of a year himself. The junior batting .449, 77 total bases on the year, 33 runs driven in across 48 hits. And he takes a look and gets a strike 2 on the docket here and now brings it even at 2 apiece. The next pitch, and that one catches the outside corner. Heck of a toss by Foundry as he picks up his first K of the game. Strikes out a big one there, and now another big-time bat in Jack Steeler coming on up to the plate. And again, taking a look at what's coming on up here, what's been going on. Foundry, 7 strikeouts entering today's game. He has had 3 appearances, 6 innings under his belt, a batting average against of .214 on the season. That one no go. Here we go, ball 1. The next pitch, that one sails outside. That'll be 2-0 here, the count, as we continue to rock from Tall Anderson Field, home of the University of Omaha Mavericks. Wonderful, beautiful stadium. That one shot right side. A nice pickup there, and great defense at first. And that's how Stedman helps add out number 2 into the mix, 2 down. And that brings up Kason Claiborne to the plate. He is one of the more outspoken guys and just one of the more electric guys you'll find around. In the end, as a sophomore this year, he is playing like an upperclassman. 369, 69 total bases, has driven in 39 across 38 hits, and 21 of those hits have come for extra bases. He takes a look there with 2 down and a 1-0 count. Next pitch, that'll find its way, too low here, make it 2-0. Take a look at the defense here real quickly. This is how the Tigers will line up here defensively. That one gets hit high, and that one's going back, and that one is gone. A home run here for number 9. A heck of a blast here from Kason Claiborne as he brings the Sioux City East Raiders with a lead here in the bottom half of inning number 1. That's a heck of a shot in a collegiate field. He has power and has shown it for days. What an absolute shot. As that ends up giving them the 1-0 lead. And for Claiborne, on the season, that marks his 6th home run of the 2025 campaign. And now we start with a 1-0 count to Logan Cherkas, who has been the 4A leader in hit by pitch so far this season. And he nearly gets it there. So a 2-0 count to start. This Sioux City East squad has been doing good, at least in the early goings of the counts here. I know it's early, but still they have held the advantage in most of the at-bats so far in terms of hitters counts, I'd say. And that one goes inside and gets him. And another hit by pitch batter. And again, Cherkas has been known for that across the 4A scene. He did lead up to 1 point. Now his second. Make it 23 hit by pitches on the 2025 season. And that gets him a free pass to first.
Second baseman number 10, Bodie Calling.
And now Bodie Calling stepping on up to the plate. A chance to try and get something rolling here. And we got a pitch runner onto the base pass here as Calling stepping on up to try and do some more damage here. A Casey Claiborne home run has given the Black Raiders the 1-0 lead here early. And that one right up the middle, and a heck of a shot there. Hit them where they ain't. And that is where we see 2 runners once again onto the base pass here for the Black Raiders. Cherkas stands on second, and Calling with this first hit of the game stands on first.
Now batting for the Black Raiders, the third baseman number 1, Lincoln McCaffrey.
And now Lincoln McCaffrey stepping on up to the plate, trying to get something rolling in his first outing here today. McCaffrey is hitting .333 on the season, 28 runs driven in across 30 hits. And that one sails up too high. It's a 1-0 count to start this at bat. Foundry on the mound, and he'll head home. That one sends back. Here we go, even at 1-1. Again, it's been 3 total hits so far, 1 for Valley, 2 for the Black Raiders, including a long ball home run by Casey Claiborne, his 6th of the season. And that's how the Sioux City East Black Raiders have the advantage here, 1-0. They had the hit advantage 2-1. And next pitch, a good breaker gets him, has him shuffling out of it, but a nice break to that slider into the zone, and second strikeout here for Foundry on the day. And in the end, it needed to come with 2 runners on and already 1 run coming on home off the Casey Claiborne home run to left. It's a 1-0 advantage here for the Sioux City East Black Raiders as they will now look to take that one into the next inning. And when we come back, it'll be the chance for the Valley Tigers to answer with Stedman, Foundry, and Plum when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the... Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insolites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insolites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light. helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insulites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insulites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the broadcast here. Andrew Brown alongside with you and giving you all the balls and strikes, everything in between. Appreciate you joining me as we get rocking here from Tall Anderson Field in Omaha. Ryan Stedman doing the duties to kick things off here in the bottom of inning number 2. And right off the bat, he ends up getting that free pass over to first. He is hit by pitch. And he is heading on over and being yet another base runner onto the base pass here, the third for the Valley Tigers so far in this game. And again, Stedman is reaching by, and by all accounts, looking through here and making sure I get all my numbers correct. And that would be his second, just his second. Actually take that back. He is back at it. So in the end, no hit by pitch, and that one lined out to third, and a heck of a play to connect there, and a good throw by McCaffrey will get him. So confused there. In the end, we end up remaining where we are, and in the end, it's an out here to start the bottom of the second here. And now that brings up Jacob Foudry to the plate, a pitcher-on-pitcher matchup. Ashcraft again on the mound. That one on a slow chopper out there. A diving attempt, no go, but the throw across the diamond, and that'll get him. Heck of a play. Great defensive effort here from all the Black Raiders involved, but man, you gotta love what you just saw there from Jempson and McCaffrey. Heck of a play, and that's how you get 2 quick out here in the bottom of inning number 2.
Batting for the Tigers, second baseman number 10, Aiden Plum.
Now Aiden Plum stepping on up here, already 2 quick down, trying to keep this inning rolling for the Tigers. He looks at ball 1. Again, this is, we'll get the batting order here. A nice shot left side. Had to kind of regroup there just a bit. The throw offline, but nice job by Thieler to adjust to the throw, get the tag, and get the out. And that's how we officially wrap up the bottom half of the first. Second, 1, 2, 3. As it was another ground out that ended up sealing the inning. And we now head into a brand new third. When we return, it's all East right now, 1-0, and we'll be back right after this. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insulites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insulites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insulites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the broadcast here. Andrew Brown from Tall Anderson Field, IA Baseball's broadcast here between the Sioux City East Black Raiders and the Tigers of West Des Moines Valley. Thanks again for taking the time to join with us. And, hey, we'll get some trivia going on here. We got some wristbands and some new IA Baseball, IA Sports merch for you to go ahead and try and win. And if you do win, we'll get that sent out to you. All you have to do is hit us up, iabaseball, the number 1, at gmail.com with the answer. We'll get that going here in the next couple of innings. Right now, a 1-2 count. As the Sioux City East Black Raiders continue in a heck of a play. Wow! Stedman with the Superman leap. That's how you play defense in a heck of a way. A diving stop, gets it midair, and a quick out at that. Hanks is set down, and all you got to do if you're Hanks right now is just a tip of the cap as that line out to first, brings up Chris Ford to the plate. And that was a heck of a play. We've already seen the leather being flashed all over this field, and we're just into the bottom of the second inning. That one, a hardy throw, but unfortunately doesn't find the zone. 2-0. Foudry now with 26 total pitches so far as we get into the bottom of the second. Nice pitch there. Gets him swinging through for strike one. Chris Ford, as we mentioned, a track star in his own right. On the year, the sophomore batting .311, 30 total bases. As that one foul tip for strike two. He's looking to connect on hit number 24. And if he sends one over the fence, it would be RBI number 16 on the season. That one wisely lays off. Here we go, full count, 3-2. Up next would be Dane Milton, the left fielder. And now the pitch to wind, and that one too far inside, a walk drawn, and a runner onto the base pass here as we keep rocking the bottom of inning number 1 with just one down here. And again, that brings up Dane Milton to the plate.
The left fielder number 3, Dane Milton.
Milton on the season, a good senior year. The 16 total bases, 5 runs driven in across 13 hits on the season. And he lays off of that one for ball 1. And in the end, we have a balk being called, and that gets a runner over to second base now. So just like that, a runner in scoring position here, and we remain an empty count. I'll take that back. The balk erased the ball call, and now a bunt attempt laid down, perfectly laid down, in fact, and the only throw is to first. They do get him, but in the meantime, Ford finds his way over to third base. And with as we rock now with just one down, we have more action happening here with the top of the lineup set to go here for the Black Raiders.
Returning to the top of the Black Raider lineup. Now batting shortstop number 2, Cal Jepson.
And with 2 down here, runner on third. Cal Jepson steps up for his second time here in this one. Last time up, he ended up with a strikeout. He'll look now, and he'll take that one off the leg, or off the foot maybe. That one bit hard inside. In the end, the first strip onto the bases here for Jepson. And that will put runners on the corners here with 2 down.
Now batting for the Black Raiders.
And now that brings up Jack Steeler to the plate. Steeler having an absolute insane season so far in 2025. 474, 73 total bases. He has 21 extra base hits across 44 runs driven in on the year. That's a heck of a mark. And in fact, it is the number 2 mark in all of Class 4A. So with runners on the corners, here's the pitch. That one finds the outside corner just right. And so Thielen looking for his first hit of the ball game. Runner taken off to second. That one will get launched into right field. That one's taken back further it goes. Almost a nice play out there by the warning track. That'll end up plating one runner. And just like that, Thielen stands alone on third with a stand-up triple, and Sioux City East increases their lead. And that was on a 2-strike count nonetheless. He managed to send that one, and if it was a few feet further, probably would have been sending all the way for a home run. And in the end, he drives in two. It's a 3-0 advantage here for the home squad on the scoreboard. And now that will bring up Kason Claiborne, who, you talk about home runs, he did in fact leave the park last time up. He swings through that one here as we go 0-1 with the count. Again, Jack Thielen with a 2-run triple here on the season. And that ended up, if I'm not mistaken, not his first triple of the season by far. And that would mark his second triple of the year, make that. And as that one gets shot into right field, nicely done on the run is Hill, and he'll capture that one for the out. So the fly out to right effectively ends what is a big inning for the Black Raiders. They end up poking across a couple more runs. They lead this one by a 3-0 mark, and in the end, it's an all Raiders up to this point. And we'll be back with more coming on up. It will be for the Valley Tigers 9-1-2 to try and answer right after this. Hey everybody, got something special for all.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit rdafn.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back into the broadcast. Andrew Brown here, happy to be with you. And as always, thanks for tuning in and making this a part of your day wherever you are. Hey, let us hear from you. Who are you cheering for? Who are you looking at? An individual player or more? We want to hear from you. Just hit us up right here on the IA Sports channel, or you can hit us up iabaseball1@gmail.com. There was one hit in that last half inning for the Black Raiders, 2 runs across the board, and now we continue on with a 3-0 advantage here for Sioux City East. And stepping on up to try and answer here is Cam Hill, and the right fielder stepping on up, trying to get something rolling here. There have been one hit so far for the Valley Tigers as that one gets sent out of play. Again, one hit so far, last inning in the second, 1-2-3. The lone hit here by Colton Rummick as he singled back in the first and later advanced to second. Right now, the number 9 hole man for the Tigers looking at ball 1 on the outer edge, make it 2-1. The next pitch, and that one is sent, almost to me. But I don't quite get it, ladies and gentlemen. No souvenir for this guy. In the end, we go 2-2 with the count, and the number 9 hole man for the Tigers. On the air, Hill batting 125, 8 total bases here. And with that pitch, it sends him on to base 9 of the 2025 campaign. And the Tigers have something rolling here, 1 on and nobody out.
Returning to the top of the Tigers order. Now batting the left fielder number 8, Caden Miller.
And that brings up the top of the lineup, Caden Miller, who lined right back up the middle, and a good snag by Quentin Ashcraft in the very first at-bat of the game. Ended up putting up a really good play and the first out. And again, he lined out in his first at-bat. In top half of the third here, and Ashcraft sends one over there to first, keeping him honest. The Tigers played one game earlier today against Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. They won that one in 5 innings, 10-0. And this is their game 2, their twin bill here of the afternoon, again from Tall Anderson Field, home of the University of Omaha Mavericks. Out of the Missouri League, and that one finds the outside there for sure. Again, Summit League, excuse me. This is the heck of a conference here in the Summit League, which includes South Dakota State, which has housed a lot of Iowa guys. Owen Seegert, Nolan Graw, just a few. But again, we saw a couple of those guys flashed on the big screen earlier before the games. And again, the Omaha Mavericks out of the Summit League. Bunt attempt laid down, and it's a good one. Hugs the line and ends up going foul, however. Nicely placed. It's just sometimes you get bad luck about where it bounces. In the end, we go 2 strikes here on the leadoff man in Caden Miller, trying to advance that runner over from first. Again, we'll have some trivia for an IA Baseball wristband, as well as one of 15 different colored shirts. We got a number of different ones in store for you, so go ahead and check that out. Base runner head on over for second. The throw is not going to be in time. Nice haul there from Cam Hill, excuse me, as he finds his way on second via the stolen base. And some good opportunity here, 2 strikes. And a chance to get something at least moving to the next base here for Caden Miller. Ashcraft with the pitch. That one too far outside. And ball 4 will put runners on first and second here with nobody down.
Now batting for the Tigers, designated hitter number 5, Logan Hicks.
And now Logan Hicks stepping up to the plate. He walked back in the first inning. And he sees prime real estate right now on the air, as we already mentioned. Hicks, the senior, slugging at a clip of 660, batting .415, has 15 runs driven in, and would love to add on to that mark here. Although that gets popped up really high, and almost a good play by Cherkas. He had to fight where the boundary was, where the fence line was, where that concrete barrier was. And in the end, it goes harmlessly to the ground, but does add a strike here for Ashcraft. So the 0-1 count. 2 runners on. A chance for Valley to answer here. It's 3-0 in favor of the Black Raiders. Valley already had 1 hit coming in, and now they get a runner on, and could they add another hit to their collection here? That one too far outside. We draw it even at 1-1. Again, 1 hit so far for the Valley Tigers. Romick doing that back in the first inning. So far, Cam Hill with the hit by pitch and stole a base. Caden Miller up. And as we continue to rock here, it's now Logan Hicks with the chance. And that one goes too far inside. And that one hits him. So hit by pitch, walk, and another hit by pitch. And that's how the Valley Tigers have officially loaded the bases here. And we're going to have Coach Miller coming on here, as we don't want to, certainly he doesn't want this to all unravel here. And it's kind of seeming like it. The Valley Tigers have gotten onto the base pass, but it's been primarily a little bit of erratic throwing here for Ashcraft at the moment. Up to this point so far, he's been pretty solid. And I got to think that if you're Coach Miller, with the offense going that a clip the way it is, you have a little bit of wiggle room to keep him in there just a little bit longer, knowing that you still have all of next week and the games coming on up to kind of conserve some of your better arms. And now Colton Romick will be coming on up. Last time up, he touched up the only hit of the ball game so far for the Tigers. On the year, batting .286, 27 total bases, 14 runs driven in for 2025.
Now batting for the Tigers, the third baseman, number 18, Colton Romick.
Romick now stepping on up to the plate. Second at bat for him. Again, he has the only hit for the Tigers up to this point. And another would add certainly at least one run, if not two, into the mix. That one, a shot out there to short. The pick at second, the fire over there to first. Gets him the double play. Heck of an effort here for the Sioux City East defense. In the end, it does trade out for a run, however, as the Tigers get one. It's now a 3-1 game.
Now batting shortstop, number 16, Jacob Korselman.
And now Jacob Korselman stepping on up, a fly out his first time up, and this one gets sent pretty high, and that will be dropping out there in center field. A run comes on home, and due to a little miscommunication out there, the Valley Tigers have now brought this one within one. It's 3-2. That one kind of a little bit of miscommunication, a little bit of lost in the sun, and in the end, that's where we end up right now with the runner now on second base. Korselman picks up a hit, and Grevengood stepping on up for his second at-bat. Flew out to center last time up. So with two down, we have one runner on, and it's been a busy top half of the inning here for the Tigers. This being the sixth batter of the inning. Ashcraft with the next pitch, too low, and that evens it up now, 1-1, excuse me. So with the 1-1 count, a runner on second, already two home here for the Tigers in the top half of the third. The next pitch, that one gets laced out there, and that will find the outfield grass. That'll put one run home, and that run ties it all up at 3. The Tigers have now evened it up 3 apiece.
Now batting for the Tigers, the first baseman, number 2, Ryan Stedman.
And now Ryan Stedman stepping on up to the plate. He's looking to continue the hit train right now. Back-to-back hits have now put runners on first and plated a run to make it an even 3-3 ball game. That one laced left side, but that'll be foul ball. And that's a good thing if you're a Sioux City East fan, because that was headed all the way to the wall. And that would surely have at least given a chance to plate another one for the Tigers. And now we resume action here. Again, runner on first. Evergood, as he has to race back to the bag. Ashcraft so far had a good start to the game here, the first 2 innings. But this third inning has given him a little bit of troubles here. 2 hit by pitches, a walk, and of course, RBI. And now that one gets popped way up, and that will be playable at short as Jepson will catch into the outfield grass to secure out number 3. But not before the Tigers storm back, and they even this one up at 3 apiece. A couple hits was all needed to produce those 3 runs, and in the end, it's a tie ball game as we head into the bottom of inning number 3. And when we do return, it will be 4, 5, and 6. Turcos, Culling, and McCaffrey when we return for the Black Raiders right after this.
RDA Financial Network is a proud sponsor of IABaseball.com. RDA supports the sport of baseball in the state of Iowa. We believe the game of baseball promotes many values such as hard work, determination, and teamwork, values that matter on and off the baseball field, and values that we demonstrate to our clients every day in our offices across the country. RDA provides financial planning and wealth management services to our clients in 6 communities in the state of Iowa. RDA Financial Network is an SEC-registered investment advisory firm. RDA advisors may offer securities through United Planners Financial Services, a member of FINRA and SIPC. United Planners is not affiliated with RDA Financial Network nor IABaseball.com. Please visit RDAFN.com to find an RDA advisor near you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we will once again give you the defensive look here for the Valley Tigers in the bottom of the 3rd. Foundry doing the duties on the mound, followed by Freeze behind the plate. Ryan Stedman is at first, Aiden Plum at second, Jacob Korselman at short, Colton Rumich doing the duties at the hot corner, Miller at left field, followed by Gravengood in center, and Cam Hill finds his way in right field defensively for the Valley Tigers. Next pitch is in there for a strike to the leadoff man in Logan Turcos, who had his 23rd hit by pitch of the season in his first at bat. Again, that's number 2 all across the 4A scene. He hits that one into left center field, and coming on with a nice strong catch and a good dive. Heck of a play by Miller as he secures the out in left field. And that one was bound for extra bases, but the flash of the leather from left field secures it for out number 1.
Now batting for the Black Raiders, the second baseman, number 10, Bodie Culling.
And now Bodie Culling stepping on up to the plate, singled his first trip back in the first. That one catches the inner third. Here we go 0-1. Look, and now the fire, that one gets set high, a major league pop-up, and that will be playable out there in, and no, excuse me, that one drops right in between Gravengood and Plum. Could not quite connect with that, and that seems to be the Bermuda Triangle out there right before that big O in center field. So Culling picks up his second hit of the ball game as Lincoln McCaffrey looks to pick up his first. We have a runner on first here with 1 down. And a quick over there to keep him honest. Culling on the year with 7 stolen bases. So definitely a flight risk here if you're the Valley Tigers trying to navigate that here. And the next pitch, that one goes too far outside. Turkus can't connect with it. Or excuse me, Freeze can't connect with it enough. That goes to the backstop here, and now we get a runner on second, and again in scoring position here for the Black Raiders. So following the wild pitch here, Colling stands on second, and again up to the plate, Lincoln McCaffrey. The next pitch, that one too far in the dirt. We go 2 balls, 1 strike. And Foundry with the pitch. That one an inside, and just off the hip it goes. We get in there for a strike. 2-1 here, the count. Foundry right around 40 pitches so far through 3 innings worth of action. The look and the fire. That one on a slow chopper out there to third. A nice pick and looks off second. Heads to first, gets the out. Nice job by Rummick there, and a good play. And I say good because he froze the runner at second, making sure that there's no advancement there, and kind of keeps it within reach here as McCaffrey grounds out to third, and that brings out Brody Hanks to the plate with 2 down. And the pickoff attempt, did he get him in time? We're getting no call here, so it looks like everybody's safe and not going to go anywhere just yet. Again, Brody Hanks stepping on up here. He lined out his last time up on a diving stop by Stedman at first. That one gets away, and runners taken off to third. Calling will easily land on third base. And again, chance to add even more into the mix here. The Black Raiders poked across 3 runs in the second inning, 1 in the first, highlighted by a Kason Claiborne shot a solo home run in the first, his 6th of the season. And Hanks, the DH for the pitcher in Quentin Ashcraft. So far, 0 for 1 on a Superman-like play here from Stedman back in the first. That one catches the outer corner just enough. We go 2 strikes here. Valley looking to get out of this one here despite the hit given up. They're trying to wiggle their way out of danger with a runner on third. That one goes too far inside. The runner's taken off to home. There will be no play, and the Black Raiders once again pick up the lead. It's 4-3. That almost looked like it may have tagged Hanks, in which, if it did, it would not necessarily allow the runner to come on home. So for the Black Raider fans, they're very, very thankful that it didn't end up that kind of a call. In the end, a 2-strike count here. Foundry tries to hit the outer edge and goes ball 4. And now Hanks, with his first trip onto the base pass, brings up the speedy Chris Ford to the plate. Ford had walked back in the second inning and later came around to score as a huge part of that third inning.
Number 4, Chris
That
Ford.
second inning, a huge game for him and the Black Raiders. That one set high and out of play, strike 1. Again, the Black Raiders scored 1 in the first, and they plated 2 more in the second. And right now, that one gets hit high out there to left field. And that one comes down into the glove for out number 3. But not before the Black Raiders end up capturing the lead once more, their second lead of the game here. And we now head into a brand new inning with the Black Raiders back out on top. And a chance for the Tigers to try and answer when we get back 6, 7, and 8 right after this.
RDA final.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here from Tall Anderson Field in Omaha, Nebraska. The backdrop for our 4A battle here between the third-ranked Sioux City East Black Raiders and the 14th-ranked Tigers of West Des Moines Valley. Quentin Ashcraft back on the mound here for the Black Raiders as we get rocking and rolling here with a pitcher-on-pitcher battle as Jacob Foundry stepping back up to the plate for his second trip here today. Foundry officially 0 for 1. A heck of a defensive play in his first at-bat here by the Black Raiders. And that's where we sit right now. And in that last half inning here for the Black Raiders, 1 run off 1 hit and 1 runner left on base. That one chopped right side. A good pickup there at second. Calling will officially secure out number 1 here in the top half of the 4th. Again, a monumental battle here between two juggernauts in the Class 4A scene. Valley out of the CIML Conference, and of course, the Black Raiders out of the Missouri River Conference. Both of these teams have been having some strong seasons here. Again, tough competition along the way. And now Aiden Plum stepping on up, and he swings through that one for strike 1. Next pitch, and that one is a chopper left side, and unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you want to view it, that was deemed foul ball. We go to a 2-strike count, and Aiden Plum, looking for his first hit of the ball game, looks at an 0-2 count. The next pitch, that one gets sent high into shallow right center field. Coming on will be Claiborne, and he'll secure that one for out number 2. And just like that, the Valley Tigers down to their final out here of the inning.
Now batting for the Tigers, the right fielder number 23, Cam Hill.
And now right fielder Cam Hill stepping on up to the plate. He got a free trip onto the base path and made the most of it, stole a base, and now that one gets hit high. That one's going deep into left field, but down into the glove of Milton as they will secure out number 3. And in the end, the Valley Tigers go 1-2-3 with a fly out to left. So no hits, no runs, and no errors. It is still a 1-0 advantage for the Black Raiders when we come back. And when we do, Milton, Jepson, and Thieler get us rocking as we get the bottom of the 4th coming on up. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you know, you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back inside the broadcast here. And before we get rolling any further here, let's take a look at what the road so far has been for these teams, starting with Des Moines East. And the road so far for them has looked a lot like this. There has been a lot of victories here, not a lot of losses. In fact, Sergeant Bluff Luton, the only one out of the last 6 outings to take a win over the Black Raiders. As they come into this on again, a heck of a hot streak here. They have had 4-1 in their last 5 games. Stepping on up now for the Sioux City East Black Raiders, again, Dane Milton. He had to sacrifice his first time up, looking for his first official hit here in this one. And ends up swinging through that one as we get a 1-strike count rocking here. Once again, Foundry on the mound here for the Tigers, trying to keep this at a 1-run deficit. And that one chopped out of play just by the plate here, foul. And now here we look, and the 2-strike pitch. Try to get him fishing there, but he says, no, I'm on dry land. And in the end, does not go for that one. 1-2, here's the count. Dane Milton again, sacrifice. Looking to get things rolling here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, the Black Raiders have been scoring pretty much at will. That one's shot and a dart out there to center field. That will find its way into the center field grass. And just like that, the 9-hole man in Milton picks up his first hit of the ball game as he singles to now bring up Cal Jepson with nobody out.
Returning to the top of the Black Raider order. Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Cal Jepson.
Jepson has struck out and been hit by pitch in 2 trips. Milton has to be careful there. And again, this is a Sioux City squad that it can be very crafty on the base pass, and you can see that is being honored defensively here by the Tigers. Now the look, the fire, and a hefty swing on that one, but Jepson comes up empty, strike 1. Again, this is a quadrangular, and this is game 2 of that quad. Coming on up after this, it will be Sioux City East taking on Glenwood in a series that the Black Raiders have now owned 10-2. That one right up the middle, double play opportunity, the check over to first, and they got him. Heck of a double play there, eliminates the base runners, and now 2 down. Jack Steeler has to look at a bases empty situation.
Now batting for the Black Raiders, the first baseman, number 17, Jack Steeler.
And now Steeler stepping on up to the plate. Getting a chance. He had a heck of an outing in his first at-bat, poking across his second triple of the season to bring in 2. And he'll take a look at strike 1 on the outer edge here. Next pitch, looks that one off for ball 1, evens it up. Up next would be Kason Claiborne should Thielen reach. Claiborne with that solo home run back in the first inning. That one well out of the zone here. 2-1 we go. And again, we are here at Tall Anderson Field, home of the Omaha Mavericks out of the Summit League. And then we've had several Iowa guys come across the Summit League stance overall. Again, that includes South Dakota State, which has seemingly housed a lot of Iowa guys as that goes for ball 4. And Jack Steeler back onto the base pass here for the second time. Kason Claiborne now stepping on up. He was highlighted so far in his 1-for-2 efforts with a solo shot back in the first to start the scoring efforts for the Black Raiders. And then they plated 2 more in the second and 1 more in the third. And that's how we have arrived at a 4-3 mark here. Again, it was the third inning in which the Tigers stormed back to even it up. And now we have a slight advantage for the Black Raiders, as that one caught the outer edge just enough for strike one. And the pitch goes inside on him and gets to swing through. And that is strike number 3. And that sets them down. So strikeout number 3 comes in a big way, as it does not let any damage cross the plate. And it's still a 1-run lead as the Tigers try and cut into that deficit. They're going to start with the top of their lineup in Miller, Hicks, and Rummick when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
I love doing it. We go to all the state events. We work at all the state events, and you wear your polo and people stop and talk to you, and it's just really great to connect with kids from other schools who are on the board, and then coaches, athletic directors who will see you at the events will stop and talk to you, and it's really neat.
You feel a bit of a weight and you're a voice for all athletes in the state of Iowa, which is cool.
I think it's really cool. I remember reading the email and I'm like, oh, this would be something really cool to look for. It'd be good to talk to people that I want to get to talk to around the state. I get to see other people's opinions, kids from 5A schools, kids from small schools. I think it'll just be a really good opportunity for me. IHSAA represents so much that it's really cool that they have 2 girls on the board to bring a girl's perspective, because I think it's really important to be very diverse and get different opinions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into the top half of inning number 5, we look at the road so far for the Valley Tigers, brought to you by Insolites. Check them out today at insolites.com. It's been kind of an up and down, but a 3 home game, 3 away game slate. Includes losses to Centennial, but wins over Ankeny and Dowling. And, of course, hard-fought games against Urbandale, Johnston, and Waukee Northwest as well. And that has been your road so far, brought to you by Insolites, the LED insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. And it truly is simplicity at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. You can't ask for anything better, and you can't want anything more. It is truly pick, place, and watch it work onto almost any type of post out there. And it's, again, from the comforts of your home or your car, doesn't matter where you're at, you know that you can have your fence working for you with the help of Insolites. Next pitch in there to the leadoff man in Caden Miller, who leads this lineup for the Valley Tigers. Takes a look at ball 2. So far, he has lined out and walked in 2 trips. Next pitch gets him swinging half-heartedly there. We go for strike 1. Mark it 2-1 the count. That one sharp, but on foul territory. The Tigers so far have 3 runs off 3 hits and 4 runners left on base. They're trying to add that down 1 here. And right now a 2-2 count on the leadoff man, Caden Miller. That one gets left into foul territory, streaming. Actually, a foul's fair. And now we get a runner taken off to second. The throw will be not in time. And what looks to be tailing for a foul ball ends up a double here for the leadoff man in Caden Miller.
Now batting for the Tigers, the designated hitter number 5, Logan Hicks.
And now with that, we continue on with Logan Hicks to the plate. Hicks so far has walked and been hit by pitch in 2 trips. One of the leading average guys on the squad, well over 400 on the season. That one gets laced out there into center field. Coming on will be a good catch out there by Ford, as he has to range closer to the warning track to catch that one. In the end, he secures it here for the out.
Now batting for the Tigers. The third baseman, number 18, Colton Rummick.
Now Colton Rummick starting to get back up here. He has singled and hit into a double play in 2 trips. That one sent foul. Here we start the at-bat 0-1. Again, he singled back in the first. He was the first Tiger to secure a hit in this one. Again, 3 so far for West Des Moines Valley up to this point. Ashcraft once again on the mound here for the Black Raiders, trying to keep it at a 1-run lead here for Sioux City East. And he gets them to swing through that one here for a quick 2-strike count. And trying again look after this West Des Moines Valley running squad that again has a lot of speediness onto the base pass, and really this is a coaching staff that preaches good base running, and you got to know that that's going to happen here. Ashcraft with a shot there by Rummick, but that unfortunately will be foul. We remain at a 2-strike count here as we continue to move on. Again, the top half of inning number 5, and we have trivia coming your way in the next inning. A chance for you to win some IA baseball and IA sports gear, I should say. We got some shirts for you to secure if you can get the trivia question right. Trivia question brought to you by Insolites at insolites.com. That one gets rocketed over right side. That truly is in foul territory, and we remain it here at a 2-strike count. Again, the Mavericks home field, University of Omaha, here in Omaha. Heck of a venue, and absolutely love coming here as we wrap up the month of June. That one too far inside, and the runner remains at second base here. Meanwhile, we go to a 1-2 count. And Rummick so far is 1 for 2 on the day. The look and the fire. That one gets sent left side, but that will be foul ball head into the corner, and no harm, no foul there. No pun intended. And now the look, the fire, that one gets sent out of play, and that will remain it here. Nearly 10 pitches in the at-bat here. Rummick has done everything he can to look for that pitch. You can see the seniority that he brings to the table has certainly brought a lot of it. And as just a junior, I wouldn't say just a junior, but he has brought there, and he shows a lot of patience. In the end, he does have 14 walks on the season. And that one goes too far in, and too far, in fact, to hit him. The runner will have to head back to second there, however, as now the Tigers have 2 runners onto the base pass, now first and second here with just 1 down. So Ashcraft trying to go a little bit inside. It's been kind of seeming like that's been where they want to live here. Live inside, jam the hitters, don't let them get extended, and don't let those hands get quickly through the zone. And that's seeming like that's been kind of, again, the game plan up to this point. And that has worked so far up to this point, I should say. Again, trivia coming your way. We have IA Sports Athletic Department gear for you if you can go ahead and answer the trivia coming up in the next inning. That one sails too far outside. We start the at-bat 1-0. Jacob Korselman, 1 for 2, singled back in the third. Part of the 3-hit, 3-run third for the Tigers. That pitch, and that one is hit out there to short. Jepson with the pick to second. The fire in the exchange, and they got him there. Another double play for the Black Raiders, their second of the game, and defense is on full display here as the Valley Tigers unfortunately unable to connect and keep this inning alive. It remains a 1-run Black Raider lead as we now head into a brand new half inning. And when we come back in the bottom half of the fifth, Trickus, Calling, and McCaffrey is due up right after this here on the IA Baseball Network.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles,
and gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we continue to rock and roll. Before we get action coming on in the bottom half of the fifth inning, let's take a look at our road ahead for both squads, starting with the Sioux City East Black Raiders. After today's doubleheader action, I should say that it includes a battle against Glenwood here coming on up. After today, 2 straight road games, technically still within Sioux City. They take on Sioux City West on July 1st and the Heelan Crusaders on the 3rd before taking their first home game of the last 4-game stand, and they will take on Harlan on the 7th, and the Cyclones lead that series 7-5. Up now as we get rolling here, as we get the bottom of the fifth underway, Logan Trickus stepping on up. So far, he has flown out and been hit by a pitch in 2 trips. Next pitch, that one catches the outer edge nicely there. We go strike 1. That one catches just enough in the zone off the kneecaps to make it a 0-2 count here. And Foundry coming out and doing Omen's work to this point. He has given up 4 runs, but in the end, he has kept his team in it for the most part as that one sails out too far. So the 2-strike count, Foundry trying to get his 4th strikeout of the game. And here's the pitch. He gets it right there. A little bit of a fortune teller there, ladies and gentlemen, as that is number 4 on the day here. A back-to-back strikeouts dating back to the last inning here for Foundry.
Now batting for the Black Raiders. Second baseman number 10, Bodie Calling.
So strikeout number 4 brings up Bodie Calling, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles up to this point. And he looks at strike 1 on the inner third, 0-1 to start his 3rd at-bat of the game. Again, the Black Raiders came into this inning, 4 runs off 5 hits, 5 runners left on the base paths. And right now, calling in a 2-strike count. He hasn't seen one of those yet this game, but he looks at it now here, down 0-2, and already 1 down. The next pitch, that one's too far in the dirt, easily laid off, 1-2. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The next pitch, that one breaks too far outside, 2-2 we go. Again, these two teams have battled just 4 times in history dating back through the beginning of the Bound era, and both teams have struck 2 wins apiece, and this is effectively the tiebreaker here. And that one Heck of a throw, heck of a toss to freeze him on the inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts now, 5 on the day for Foundry, as he sets the first 2 down by strikes to now bring up Lincoln McCaffrey to the plate.
Now batting for the Black Raiders, the third baseman, number 1, Lincoln McCaffrey.
McCaffrey so far 0 for 2, has struck out and grounded out in 2 trips. And gets him to swing through that one, 0-1 to start the count. And again, these 2 teams have been on a collision course, but have only technically met, again, 4 times. This is the 5th meeting over the past 10-plus years. And like I said earlier, both teams with 2 wins apiece. The look and fire swings off of that one, but not quite enough to do anything with. Just foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. So the 2-strike count here in the bottom of the 4th. Valley trying to get out of this one, and they're going to have to extend this just a bit, as McCaffrey will wear that one off the front forearm there. Another hit by pitch. And that brings up Brody Hanks to the plate. Going to have to check him out there at first. And just to see how he's doing. It seems like he's okay. Doesn't seem like he's in too much pain there. Again, you got gloves, you got arm guards, you got a lot of things that could have potentially protected in there.
The designated hitter, number 18, Brody Hanks.
In the end, Brody Hanks stepping on up. 0 for 1 with a walk back in the 3rd inning. Once again, don't forget, you have officially today all the nominations for Performance/Player of the Week on our Facebook page. You can go ahead and get out there to vote. Head on over to Facebook tomorrow, and you'll be able to vote on your nominations, and that goes a long way into determining who is our winner for Player of the Week. Again, you just got to go out there and vote. That comes your way tomorrow. But again, we have all up on our Facebook page and across social media our performance list of the week. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 strikeouts here in the inning. 6 now for Foundry on the day, as he sets them down to remain a 1-run game here as we continue on with inning number 6 coming around the corner. When we do, we will have trivia, so stay right here. A chance for you to win some IA Sports gear, courtesy of the great folks at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Make sure to check them out today at the Log Cabin, and I guarantee you it will be some of the best dining experiences you will ever have. And you know what? Head on over to the beautiful city of Galena, have a little bit of a mini vacation there, and while you're at it, I recommend taking on the porterhouse at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. That is absolutely, truly chef's kiss every time out. You'll want to check it out today as fast as you can. Get there. It's summer vibes. It's great vibes. It's a great atmosphere. Check it out, Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. We'll be back after this.
In Iowa, we are fortunate to have a lot of opportunities to get involved in at our schools.
Athletics and activities have so many positive effects.
From learning how to build relationships
and healthy lifestyles.
And gain self-esteem and confidence.
Make participation a priority. You and your school will benefit.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here as we kick off inning number 6 in fun style here, as Evergood now stepping on up for his 3rd plate appearance. 1 for 2 officially with an RBI single back in the 3rd. That pitch catches the outside corner just enough. Here we go to a 1-strike count here. In that last half inning, the Red Raiders produced 1 runner on, but no hits, no runs. Sioux City East with 4 runs off of 5 hits and 6 left on base. So far for the Valley Tigers, they have 3 runs off of 4 hits. And they have 6 runners that have been stranded onto the base paths. So 1-2 be the count here to the number 5-hole man in Trent Evergood. Evergood with the look, and he wisely lays off that one. We go 2-2 with the count. I was just watching the tic-tac-toe video, and that's funny. Brody, that's pretty cool. Thanks again for watching. The next pitch, that goes too far away from the zone here as we now bring it full at 3-2. And with that, counted a strikeout for Ashcraft. And by my account here, that is the first strikeout of the game here for the junior, as he puts it in a big situation there and ends off a very strong hitter in Evergood to bring out now Ryan Stedman to the plate. Whenever you get a guy like that out on strikeouts, you know you've done something well. And now you got to try and do it against perhaps just as strong of a hitter, if not more, in Stedman, who is 0 for 2 so far in the game. Again, after this batter, we'll go ahead and give you the trivia question for you to answer. We'll give you a couple here throughout today's games. That one gets hit high. That's a major league pop-up that will not find the outfield grass. And in the end, Colling will camp out under it for the out. And now we have 2 quick down here in the top half of the 6th. So with that, the question being here, ladies and gentlemen, and if you've heard this before, you get a freebie in the end, but we are looking for someone to email us, and we're looking for the 3rd email. So if you are the 3rd person to email us with this question, then you get it right, by the way, then you will get a free shirt courtesy of Log Cabin Creek Steakhouse that has IA Athletic Department on it. That one sent up high, so we'll have to pause there. And coming on, and no go for Ford. He will not be able to field that one cleanly, as that'll drop right in front of him. And in the end, the Tigers get another runner onto the base paths here. Stedman will find his way, and now we'll get a pitch runner here for Stedman in number 4, Emmanuel Romich.
Now batting for the Tigers, the second baseman, number 10, Aiden Plum. Running at first for the pitcher, number 4, Manny Ramich.
And that one's fouled back out of play. Again, 2 down here as Aiden Plum stepping on up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 so far. Fly out and a ground out under his belt. Look, and now the fire. That one too far out of the zone here. We now move to 1-2. And again, the question being, there has been only one individual in history to have pitched in both the Collegiate and Professional World Series. Again, just one person to have pitched in the Professional and Collegiate World Series. As the runner taken off, and the throw will be not in time. They try to apply the tag, but late it goes, and a successful stolen base here for the Valley Tigers. So 2 down, and now the runner stands on second. 2-strike count here. Ashcraft looking to secure the second, but in the end, a slow roller out there to Colling. He'll pick it up and fire for the out, and he'll secure out number 3. So despite a hit, runner onto the base pass, nothing going here for the Tigers, and it remains a 1-0 advantage here for Sioux City East. And again, the question being for our trivia question, you have to give me 2 things. Who is the only individual to have pitched in the College World Series and the Professional World Series in the same calendar year? And beyond that, you've got to tell me what college he ended up going to. So what was the university that helped him get to the College World Series? And then who is this individual? Hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Again, hit us up. iabaseball1, we'll put it up here for you, iabaseball1@gmail.com. You go ahead and hit us up right there. And if you are the 3rd person to email us and you happen to get it right, then you get a free shirt courtesy of the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. We'll be back right after this.
Sportsmanship starts with us.
As a student athlete, I need to model good behavior and represent my school appropriately.
That means respecting my teammates, coaches, opponents, the officials, and fans.
If I do that, so will others, and being a good sport becomes a way of life.
To all of Iowa's student athletes getting ready to compete, remember, sportsmanship starts with us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Ford kicking us off here for the Black Raiders as we get rocking with the bottom half of inning number 6. And this broadcast brought to you by the great folks at the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Check out them, or at least stop by and say hi wherever you are destined for. That one fouled, and nice catch here by Stedman in foul territory. As that is a tough out here, and Ford is set down on the pop-up to now bring up the number 9 hole man and the left fielder, Dane Milton. Milton so far has a sacrifice bunt and a single under his belt. Has not advanced to second yet, however. And that one a little high and tight, goes for strike 1. And a good swing there. Got him pulling the string just a little bit out in front. And now a quick 0-2 count on the 9-hole man for the Black Raiders. Again, Sioux City East with 4 runs off 5 hits so far. 6 runners left on base. And with that, goes too far in and adds another runner onto the base pass here. So after being hit by a pitch, we have the number 9 hole man in Milton standing on first with the top of the lineup and Cal Jepson back at the plate.
Sitting at the top of the Black Raider lineup, now batting the shortstop, number 2, Cal Jepson.
Jepson so far has struck out, been hit by pitch, and hit into a double play. So the 0-1 delivery here. Jepson looking for his first hit of the ball game. Instead, he will look at an 0-2 count here. 1 down, a runner on first after Milton was hit by pitch. And he stands ready, trying to add on to what's been a really slim margin for the Black Raiders. That one off the hands, foul into the dugout for the Tigers. Again, this is game 1 of our 3-game slate here. Game 2 of the quadrangular here from Tall Anderson Field, University of Omaha Mavericks home venue. And that one tried to paint the outside corner but couldn't, 1-2. Again, we have the Black Raiders coming around up next to face off against Glenwood in Game 3. And then, of course, the nightcap, roughly 6 o'clock. Hold on. A pickoff attempt by Foundry is securing another out, so 2 quick down. And a heck of a pickoff attempt here from the man on the mound. As in the end, we get Milton is thwarted with the attempt to get to second yet again. He's picked off, and now we have 2 down. A 2-strike delivery, and that one looked close, but in the end must have been too high. And now we have Deuces Wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. The pitch here, too far out of the zone, and Jepson just showing the patience he has. He has yet to get a hit, but he is not showing any signs of being rushed here at the plate. Oh, look, the fire, and for the first time in this one, Cal Jepson will find his way onto the base pass via the walk. And now that brings up the heavy-hitting Jack Steeler, who is 1 for 3 on the day. Had his second triple of the season back in the second, drove in 2, and has since then grounded out and walked in 3 trips. And right now might be having a conversation / pitching change there on the mound. Foundry has done a lot of great work, especially as the game has gone on. He has had 4 strikeouts in the last 2 innings. He gets himself in a little bit of a pickle here, but he does have 2 down. And in the end, that conversation wasn't long, and nor did we think it was going to be. That is solely, in my estimation, hey, you are coming out after this, or get this inning, or hey, let's go, hey, hurrah. Not a lot of conversation beyond that needed. And again, Jepson back at it here as we bring you outside again. And great view here from Tall Anderson Field, home of the Omaha Mavericks. And a nice pitch there, catches the outer edge just enough. And man, Foundry has found his strike zone later in this game. He's found a good niche with that slider, and he gets it in there. Next pitch. Again, he is trying to be the maestro, finding that outside corner to paint. But in the end, that's a no-go to even it up now at 1 apiece. Look, the fire, and gosh, I got to say, some good break on that ball. Unfortunately, not quite in the zone there. We moved to 2-1. And for a guy who hasn't had a ton of innings under his belt so far, Foundry has gone up against a heck of an offense, and he is doing Omen's work. Again, 6 strikeouts as the throw to first unsuccessful. Again, the senior coming in only had 6 innings under his belt and 7 strikeouts. He was effective in those 6 innings, but in the end hasn't had a ton of time in the grand scheme as that one's fouled back out of play. And right now what you're seeing is, yes, there's been some turbulence, but in the end, you got to give a round of applause to the guy as he goes out there and does what he needs to do, doesn't let this game get out of hand, allows the coaching staff to remain at ease about keeping him in there and about holding their pitching staff for the next week. Again, the Valley did take game 1 of the quadrangular earlier today. They won 10-0 over Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln. The next pitch, and that one, enough of a slow puller. Heck of an effort here. 7 strikeouts as Jack Steeler is set down on strikes for the first time in this one. Heck of a day here. Let's pan on over to him. What an absolute showcase here from Foundry. That's what you want in any pitcher who steps up against a team like Sioux City East. Heck of an outing from him. He deserves a big round of applause as he gets his 7th strikeout of the game and keeps this thing within reach. And we now head to the do or die 7th, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 4-3 advantage here for the Black Raiders. We'll see what happens with Valley when we come back with 9, 1, and 2 right after this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here, the batting donut. I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online or hit them up at sweetenswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the broadcast booth here, brought to you by the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse in Galena, Illinois. Looking to secure the save here is Cal Jepson as he comes in after 12 1/3 innings worth of work. He comes in looking to secure the save here in this one. In the end, this would be his 11th appearance on the mound, 3-0 with his record. Team's hitting 163 against him as he has tossed 23 strikeouts on the season. And the first pitch is hit up high, and is it playable? No, it ends up in foul territory harmlessly for strike one. And some other defensive changes here for you. We get McCaffrey moving from third to second. We get Bodie Calling moving from second to short. And then Kason Claiborne comes in from right field to man the duties out there at the hot corner. Ashcraft now finds his way in right field. That one, a shot there to Colling. He'll have to go deep from in the hole, and he gets the out there. Heck of a play there. And from one shortstop to another, Jepson really appreciates that. As that now sets down the Tigers to their final 2 outs here in this one. And now Caden Miller stepping on up. He is 1 for 2 in this game. Doubled back in the 5th. Has also walked. That one sent foul. 0-1 here the count. Again, walked back in the 3rd and has doubled in the 5th. That one gets sent right back up the middle, and nice bloop single here for the leadoff man in the number 1 hole, as that will keep the inning alive. Miller pokes across a hit here. That's his 2nd of the ball game. And that will make it hit number 6 of the game for the Tigers right now, who have 3 runs off 6 hits and now 7 runners onto the base pass. That will now bring up the number 2 hole man here in Logan Hicks. Takes a look at strike 1 in his 4th at bat of the game. He has walked, been hit by a pitch, and flown out in 3 trips. Now the look and the fire. That one on a heavy chopper out there to second. They'll dart it to second, and the fire to first, not in time. The exchange not going to make it. And it will. Take that back, ladies and gentlemen. Heck of a play there. In the end, the dive looked like it took Thieler off the base just a little bit. In the end, it is claimed that that was a double play, third of the game here for the Black Raiders, and they use it to secure the win here in this one. Top 16 battle goes by the way of number 3 ranked Sioux City East, and they claim yet another win. Overall on the season, they continue to rock and roll. It's been a heck of a year for them. And in the grand scheme of things, they officially pick up their 30th win of the 2025 campaign. And for the Valley Tigers, they officially fall to 16-11 on the season. Still 10-7 in conference play. And as we take a look at the road ahead for the Valley Tigers, the road ahead looks a lot like this. After today, they will go ahead and take on 3 straight home games, including a battle against Waukee on the 30th to wrap up the month of June. And then they'll start July with back-to-back home games, first on the 1st against Dowling Catholic, and Dowling leads that series, and then against Southeast Polk as the Tigers look to etch their way into that series deficit as well. And then the 4th outing here in the next 4 outings includes a road trip to Ankeny Centennial as the Jaguars lead that series 15-10. All right, again, a win here for the Sioux City East Black Raiders. And as we take a look at the final box score here for each team, we'll also give that, and we'll give our winner here. If we'll check to see how many we have got on the email train, but nonetheless, we will keep that up for you, and we'll get our post-game coverage coming on up after this. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Brown here with IA Baseball. I'm here at the PBR Spring League, but man, there's a whole lot of good that I want to talk to you about outside of what's happening on the fields, and that includes the batting donut. That's right here. The batting donut, I would urge anybody to check out. It is a really cool way to help improve your confidence and boost your energy, boost your endurance, all by slipping this onto your bat. That's it. And hey, look at that. You got sprinkles, you got everything. It's the whole package. And by the way, they come in pink as well. They come in 9 and 16 ounce versions. So go ahead and check that out as soon as you get the chance. A great way to help boost your swing and boost the confidence of your swing as well. So again, if you get the chance, hey, check out the Batting Donut and check them out at the Batting Donut online, or hit them up at sweetenyourswing.com. And while you're there, let them know that IA Baseball sent you. Hey everybody, got something special for all you electric fence owners out there. It's called Insulites, the LED flashing insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It's so great you can see it from the comforts of your car or even your own home. That's right, you can put it onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right through it, and that's all you need to do. Because Insulites goes with the pulse of the fence. So if there is no pulse, there is no flashing light, helping you locate where a problem may be or where a problem may exist that you didn't know was happening. It's simple as that. So you don't need to ground anything, add any bulky equipment, or shock yourself to test if your fence is working. All you need to do today is head to insulites.com and get you some, and you will not be disappointed. It's simplicity at its finest. So go ahead to insulites.com today and get you some. Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell them that IA Baseball sent you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the broadcast here. It's been number 3 Sioux City East to capture the 1-run win over West Des Moines Valley. And as we go ahead and bring you the recap here, brought to you by Casmium Sports. Check them out here at Casmium Sports Online. Again, the final box score will be as follows. The East Black Raiders win with 4 runs off of 5 hits, 6 runners left on. Meanwhile, the Valley Tigers poke across 6 hits and 3 runs and 7 left on base. Again, the first 3 innings had quite a bit of action. First, Sioux City East, they plated 1 run in the first off of a Kason Claiborne home run. And then they plated 2 more in the second inning off of a Jack Steeler 2-run RBI triple, his second triple of the season. They also added 1 more in the third inning, and then it is taken all the way. Took all the way and added 1 more in the in the fourth inning, and that ended up giving them their 4 runs overall on the game. Meanwhile, all the action here for the West Des Moines Valley Tigers came in the third inning, as all 3 of their runs came in, including a Trent Everengard RBI single. And, of course, more action here. Bases loaded, wild pitches, all that aided into 2 more runs crossing the plate. But in the end, all 3 runs for the Tigers came in the top half of inning number 3. Again, as they out-hit the Raiders, but in the end, they fall by 1 run, 4-3. And again, as we mentioned here, for the Valley Tigers, ranked number 14 in the latest polls, they dropped the series here to the Sioux City East Black Raiders, as now the Black Raiders lead this all-time series 3-2. For Valley, ranked number 14, they fall to 16 and 11 in overall play. Meanwhile, for the Sioux City East Black Raiders, they improve to 30-4 with another chance to add on to what is a historically good mark for them. Again, we mentioned, one of, if not their best start. It's been their best start and one of their best seasons to date. In the end, they've had a couple other seasons of 30 or more wins, and 7, in fact, over the course of since 2009, anyway. So they have had plenty of good seasons here, right in par for what would be most of kind of a regular year for them. But once again, they have secured another consecutive season of 20 or plus wins, and that makes it their 9th consecutive, as they again hit now 30 wins on the season. And again, ladies and gentlemen, more thoughts and everything in between. What did you think of today's contest? Because for me, I thought it was quite the back and forth, right? Again, you started with a 1-0 lead after 1, make it 3-0 after 2 for the Black Raiders, and then the third inning hit, and it seemed that the tides had turned and that the West Des Moines Valley Tigers were getting on top of it and looking to secure a win after they tied it. But since then, since that point, it was kind of a little bit of a stalemate. Some hits thrown in there for the Tigers, but not enough to bring home a run. And they remained at 3 the rest of the game. Meanwhile, 1 more run ended up crossing the plate here for the Sioux City East Black Raiders. And again, all of that coming within the first 4 innings of action. Not a lot. In fact, it was scoreless the rest of the way out there, but the Black Raiders did just enough to get by. Again, they got out hit, but in the end, sometimes that doesn't matter in the grand scheme, right? As in the end, the Black Raiders pick up win number 30 on the season. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here again, we still have the trivia question out there for you. Hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Again, it's iabaseball1@gmail.com. A chance for you to get in there, and I'll put it back up here for you as I get this rolling here. iabaseball1@gmail.com. Hit us up right there, iabaseball1@gmail.com, and you'll be able to get your name into the drawing. And again, we'll pick the third pick. Again, the question states is, who is the only pitcher to have pitched in the college and the professional World Series in the same season? And if you get that right and you are number 3 to email us, you will get free IA sports gear courtesy of the Log Cabin Greek Steakhouse. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to wrap up our time here. Post-game coverage brought to you in part by the great folks at Casmium Sports. And as we try and give us our player of the game, there is quite a lot to like here. In the end, Ashcraft did a heck of a job, and as he went 6 innings worth of work, struck out 1, and kept this Valley offense at bay for the most part. But I gotta give a pair of player of the game shout outs here to Jack Steeler and Kason Claiborne. Claiborne picked up his 6th home run back in the first inning, and then Jack Steeler in inning number 2 with his 2nd triple of the season to bring 2 more home. And then from there, 1 more run added the rest of the way, gave them just enough of the runs for the win as they take this one by a 4-3 win. And again, the players of the game, Kason Claiborne and Jack Steeler for the Black Raiders. All right, we're going to take a break. We have more coverage. The Raiders will take on the Rams of Glenwood when we come back in a brand new broadcast. So stick it right here and remain right on the iSports YouTube page. We'll have more coming on up from Tall Anderson Field in just about 25-30 minutes from now.